Alright guys, we're about to start. Let me go ahead and get this posted everywhere to remind everybody. And of course, let me know how the connection is if you're with us. Sounds. Alright guys, we're about to start. Let me go ahead and get this posted everywhere. Looks good. Hope you guys had a good weekend. It is almost time for the markets to open. And I am excited and nervous. Let's see. Alright, let's go ahead and start. Let me pull up Webull. And go ahead and screen share. I think everybody can see that now. Hey, Steve Scott. There you are. Alright, good. We're back. And Oluayo, thanks for joining again. You guys are great. Alright. Well, first I would like to go. I have a list of some that I want to go over today specifically, but the analysis is up, so I hope you guys took a look at that. Probably you did, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about, go to my website, prostockadvice.com, and at the bottom of the page, bottom of any page, go ahead and put your email address right here, and you will be able to get email notifications when a new blog post is up. Awesome. All right. And okay, so the first ones. First of all, let's go ahead and moment of truth. Let's see the futures. That's interesting. The silver futures are up 7%. We called that on January the 28th. We posted on our blog on that analysis that we had. The 28th was what? Yeah, it was last Thursday. We had called that out, and we saw the SLV start trending, and just even if it's XAG USD, the silver futures. But silver is going up, guys. It's going up a decent amount. But the Dow Jones, NASDAQ, and S&P look like they're still pulling back. But that is okay. Still pulling back. Okay, so Dow Jones, and they're all looks like it's down too. Well, could be another interesting day. I'm gonna be looking at the short, not a short, but a hedge position today too. Just write that down really quick so I don't forget. Let's go ahead and move over to Market Watch. See what they've got going on. Yeah. Dow, S&P, NASDAQ. Yep. It is looking like futures are slipping a decent amount. My 3x positions are going to get hammered. And then also let's take a look at the global markets. And this is in Webull. We can look at global markets. That would have been easier to look at the futures right here, actually. But yeah, I read the article on MarketWatch earlier, and I think NASDAQ was down about 1%. But that's okay. Well, we're going to take a look at that, and we're going to take a look what we could do today. If you have big positions, big bullish positions, we can hedge against them a little bit with the VIX Volatility Index. But nevertheless, let's go back to Webull. So let's see how Asia is doing right now. Oh, here's Hong Kong. Hong Kong looks like it's up. Cool. And I actually want to look at the other markets, but nevertheless. A cat, yeah, actually that was a dog. That was a dog. Alright, I've got my Webull pulled up, and then on the side it would be the live stream chat. So I'll be able to see you guys when you comment something. If you have any questions about tickers, go ahead and let me know. See how many people are joining us right now. 10 people, that is awesome. We will wait until we start taking a deep dive into GameStop. And let's see. I have my little list here that I want to specifically look at. We're going to be looking at GameStop, the silver, no matter if it's SLV or just silver futures, CSTA.U, Constellation Acquisition Corp, which is going to be an interesting play, and also ACTC, which is going to be a little Easter egg that I did not post, but I had recently found out about it actually today and been looking into it. Going to be possibly a good one. Get any snow? Attempted making an igloo? Yeah. No snow over here. Not where I am. Where are you guys at? Where are you guys based right now? Oh, looks like we got a new subscriber, Zach. Thanks for subscribing. All right. All right, guys, come on. Let's go ahead and get into this. First of all, what you guys have probably, what everyone is probably wondering is GameStop. GameStop pulled back. GameStop pulled back 4% last weekend. Oh, sorry, before last weekend on Friday. But I think it still has the meme value. You know, there's no reason why we can't put a little bit of money on this. Depends if you want to gamble a little bit or not, which there's no problem with that. This is legal gambling. I guess gambling is legal anyways, but so GameStop, let's take a look at the options order book. 5 days. I don't know. It's really hard to say. Let's go ahead and move over to the watch list. And this is updated watch list, guys. So go ahead and please take a look at that. I added some and I changed some of the target prices and entries. I adjust them every Sunday. But let's go ahead and find GameStop on this. Okay, here we are right here. GameStop. I went ahead and set the target for $500 to $600, 1 to 2 weeks. You know, this could literally be 1 hour when the market opens, even pre-market. So just be a little bit careful. But risk is 5+. I mean, that's literally one of the more risky moves you can do, but it can pay off enormously. If you can get it below 300, and I don't know what it's going to be trading in the after hours, but I wouldn't be surprised since the futures are going down. I would not be surprised if people started moving, selling some of the other things that are falling and moving it into GameStop and silver. I would not be surprised, as like a hedge almost. GameStop because of the meme value, but you know, we'll see how that goes. Illinois, yeah, it's cold in Chicago. I bet it is snowing over there. Wow, multiple people from Chicago. Nice. To be honest with you, I've never even been to Chicago, but I've been to some cold places before. All right, let's go ahead and get back into Webull. So yeah, if you can get this for below 300, I think that's an excellent play. Be careful though. We don't know what's going to happen, although some of the exchanges are opening back up, allowing the trading. One of them, most notably, is Webull. Webull is back at it. They did temporarily ban it on Thursday, I think Friday. It was Friday, but still they're going to allow it on Webull. So if you're wanting to trade these meme stocks, go ahead and move over to Webull. Link in the description. Hit me up on Twitter. I can give you the link if you can't find it. And anyways, or you could try Fidelity, is also a good one. I don't think they ever even banned the meme stocks. But it's risky, guys. Keep that in mind. Personally, I would be interested in doing... I really want to do a big position on this, but I'm not going to. It's too risky. 5 days, I mean... The funny thing is, we could do a 5-day... Let me know what you guys think for strike price, actually. What I'm thinking is 330 would be pretty safe, but I don't know how much that's going to cost. Let me move this over. It's looking like it's going to be very expensive, actually. Wow. $127. Guys, that's very expensive. That's $12,000. $12,000 is not cheap. Man. Could go a little bit further out. You could do a 4 or 500. It's 5 days till expiration. It is very possible, but you're going to have to watch that position like a hawk. I mean, don't take your eyes off of it, because if you did, let's just say a 450, that's still $9,000. That's still big. I wouldn't recommend that, to be honest with you. What about a leap? I'm sure the leaps are very expensive. Yeah. Whew. That's just so expensive. $350, $360. Thanks for joining us, guys. We're going to be talking about some tasty ones. We're going to be talking about discussing these real world plays. I want to do this live stream once a week where we are actually going to be talking about real plays, real things that we're actually going to be doing and making money with, hopefully. But of course, if we lose money, we can lose it together and feel better. But anyways, overall, we're going to do safe. We're not going to do anything too risky. I would not do the... yeah, Sky, hey, what's up? Go ahead and write any suggestions you have in the box. I'm looking at the chat. I would not suggest doing the options, actually. Wait until the market opens and see if we can get cheaper prices on those options. But 350, 360 might be a good strike, yeah, for sure. It's expensive. It's so expensive. I don't know if it's going to update. We'll see. That was when the market closed on Friday, but we'll see what it updates. But as far as that's expensive. And even it was down a little bit, but still overall up. It's hard to say. Let's see, 350, 360 strike. I would say that's pretty good, but the break even is just going to be stupid on that. To break even is 42%. Break even price is 464. If you're seeing that. If you have Webull, go ahead and open Webull up. go ahead and open it up. You follow along with us, guys. Also, get used to the UI. If you have any questions, I'm happy to help. I'm happy to answer any of those questions about Webull. If you're coming over from Robinhood, it's a little bit more complicated, but it's better overall for charting and research. So yeah, let's just wrap up the Gamestop real quick. Be careful on that. Let's wait till see when the market opens to see if we can get those cheaper, because that's pretty expensive. That is a little bit expensive. All right. Yeah, Sky, go ahead and give me your suggestion. Do I have a full plan? I have a basic outline of what we're going to be looking at. Let me go ahead and read those to you guys again. ACTC ACTC, which is an Easter egg I'm going to drop for you guys, and we're going to go over that. That's going to make us a lot of money. CSTA.U, Constellation Acquisition Corp. This is an early SPAC, and it has a lot of potential based on the management, what I think, and their experience going into it. We're going to talk about silver, SLV, or XAGUSD if you're in the futures. For some of my more European viewers, hopefully we got some Europeans here. And GameStop we already went over, and then VIX hedge. We're going to look at a hedge today possibly, because it looks like the futures are going back, pulling back. Let's see, we good? All right. Fisker. Okay, let's look at FSR. First recommendation. It is Fisker, okay. What is this about? I really love you guys giving me these awesome tips and suggestions, just like I give you guys sometimes on Twitter. Hopefully, we're all giving each other good stuff and make money together. That's really what I want for this channel. Holding investment company based in California. Fisker Inc., formerly Spartan Energy Acquisition Corp., is an automotive company. The company designs and manufactures electric vehicles. The company also provides mobility solutions. Its product, Fisker Ocean, an electric sport utility vehicle. The Fisker Ocean available to consumers through Fisker Ocean. Interesting. Industry by developing the most emotionally desirable and eco-friendly electric vehicles on Earth. All right. Passionately driven by a vision of a clean future for all, the company is on a mission to become the #1 e-mobility service provider with the world's most sustainable vehicles. Do we have like some pictures? Oh. It's interesting. It looks alright. Can't see the rims on it. Okay. Nice. Let me look at this chart again. So far, the super trend is bullish. And remember, guys, you know what I always say about these technical analyses? Only take it with a grain of salt. 10% should be TA, 90% should be FA. No lines on a chart is going to predict the amount of sales these companies are going to have or price earnings. You know what it is. All right, looks like this was also an SPAC. It was an acquisition corp, started back here in July. Well, we're a little late to this party, but that was at $10, now it's at $15. Usually I think the SPACs, for these type of plays, they're a little bit volatile. Play the rumor. buy the rumor and then sell the news. That's really cliche, but it works. So this would have been a really great time to buy it. I don't know what happened there. This is just me. This is my first take on it. So we'd have to go back and check why it dropped to $8.70 and then what made it run up to 23. But we're buying it right here, and you know what? Let's check out the super trend first. If we're just doing a TA play, it flipped right here at $11. We could have started taking profits, but it's still bullish. It's pretty flat. It's been pretty flat. It gapped down. Let me draw some stuff on this chart. The gap was here. Not a very big gap. I see a few gaps, but so it's on sale right now. Let's look at the 4 hours and turn on the VWAP. It's down to $15. Could be interesting. I don't know much about it. Anything EV is going to be interesting. Probably the safest thing to do might just be, these are cheap right now. How much did it go down? Went down 2.75%. Could be interesting. Could sell some covered calls. It's not that expensive. $1,500 could get yourself into selling covered calls. 12 days out, you could get $85. Pull out the calculator. Not very interesting for me, to be honest with you. Not very interesting. Okay, let me check out this chat. Apple price predictions for this week. Yes, I have those. As a matter of fact, check out the watch list on my website, prostockadvice.com. I have a watch list right here. It's updated. I update it every Sunday, and I add every day if there's some more interesting ones. So for my Apple, it's on there, I think. There it is. Price target is 175, but I think that's 3 to 5 months out. Buy it less than 130. It's very strong. Risk is very low because it's Apple. So let's go ahead and look at this really quick. I mean, not much to say on Apple. Everybody knows that we're bullish on Apple. Right now, we're almost in my buy zone. Look at this. Look at this support right here is forming a very nice bullish trend upwards since the coronavirus lows. Price, I got it at 175. I think for this week, if we can get it less than 130, we could do some midterm options, save a little bit of money, do some shorter ones if you want. It's really going to depend on how the futures are doing, how the markets are doing in general. It's really going to depend on that. If we're back to normal times, normal, I mean, look at this bull trend, just a normal, oopsies, I need to lock these. If we're back to a normal bull pattern, then I would say it could get back up to 145 this week. It's possible, but I don't know because of the markets could just keep bleeding off. I don't know. We'll have to see. Currently, they're down. The futures are down. Workhorse would be much better. Yeah, I agree. For sure. Olu, I totally agree with that. Workhorse, as far as American. But see, that's an interesting one that I wanted to go over. And let's go ahead and go over this one right now. It's an EV play. I think it could possibly be a very, very, very good EV play. I hope you guys are paying attention because we're calling this one out right now. Go ahead and let you guys know in this live stream. Today is February 1st. All right. Watch this one go boom when the markets open. What is it called? ACTC. Because you guys know Biden administration wants to electrify all of the federal fleet, which is about 645,000 vehicles. If you guys don't know about that, look into it. And this one is, in my opinion, is probably the best chance to get the big contracts. For example, Workhorse. I don't think they have the ability to produce 645,000 vehicles. You see what I'm saying? I think I read somewhere maybe 1,000, 1,500, and just a quick Google search is 300 to 400 by the end of 2020. Okay, yeah. So I don't know what their future goal. I don't want to waste time and look into that, but you get the point. These companies are not going to have the ability to produce 645,000, but I think this one has a better chance of that. Also, on the board of ACTC she is in the Biden administration. So if you guys check this out, I think it's called Proterra. Yep. Check this out. It's an ACTC Proterra merger, and Proterra is going to be. Let's see. Why investors should pass on ACT for now? Nah. No thanks. This one right here, Seeking Alpha. Let's check this out really quick. Yep, they do the EV buses. This one, and they have a lot better production capacity for the 645,000 federal in the federal fleet that Biden wants to electrify. So I think this is interesting. And then the and then I know so this is going to be the merger, which is rumored. And we're going to be in on this really early, but just keep in mind Proterra makes the electric buses. So I think they would be able to. They have the charging state. They do the charging stations, the infrastructure, the batteries. They have the electric buses. Guys, if the Proterra mergers with this ACTC, this is going to be huge. I think this is going to be the one that gets the biggest contract from the Biden administration, because guess what? On the board is someone from the Biden administration is in the board for the electric. I should have been more prepared, to be honest with you. And I think it's going to be some sort of inside deal. I'm sure that they would get the contract to do it. I would not be surprised. But you can go ahead and check this out for yourselves, guys. Just Google what I Googled. But if you look into it, it makes a lot of sense. And the more I looked into it, it makes a lot of sense. So let's go ahead and do. And this is a rumor. Yes, yeah, that's it right there. Jennifer Granholm, Secretary of Energy. Check this out. Yep, here we go. This is a Forbes article, guys. Biden energy nominee holds energy investments, including interest in electric vehicle company. Ah, come on. Yeah, that's right. I got an ad blocker. All right. Biden energy nominee holds energy investments, including interest in electric vehicle company set to go public this year. Check this out. Jennifer Granholm, Joe Biden's nominee for Secretary of Energy, holds more than $1 million worth of stock options in an electric bus and battery maker set to go public this year. Look, we don't even need to look into this more than that. She is the Secretary of Energy for Biden. Biden wants to electrify 645,000 vehicles in the federal fleet. I'm just saying, sometimes, you know what I mean? Sometimes people from the cabinet will get these contracts. That's just how it works. Nothing wrong with that. But there you go, guys. That's what I think. So I think this is a. I think we're gonna get. I think we will get on this early. We are going to get on this early. We're gonna take advantage of it. I'm gonna make a decent position in this. It's already up though. People start to get the point. Wait for it to pull back a little bit, but this could be big. I need to think about the price target. The entry, 18 if you're lucky, but we're a little bit late to the party, but I don't see many people talking about this. But yeah, this is our fundamental analysis. This is why these type of things, we need to dig deep into this, think about it. What are the fundamental reasons why these stocks are going to go up? Not the lines on the chart, guys. Lines on the chart is just for an entry and exit. You will overall lose money, I believe, if you're just going off the TA. But I think you guys are smart. I think you guys know that. And that's what I've always done. It's just my opinion. All right, let's check out this chat. Where are we? Let me catch up. How many people we got? 16. Yes. That's awesome, guys. Thanks for joining. We're going to be talking about some fire choices this week. Workhorse, much better. Preview the new vans, trucks this June. Workhorse would be much better than FSR. I agree with that. But I think the ACTC is going to be better than all of them. Workhorse just doesn't have as good as a production capabilities yet. So I'm not so interested in Workhorse, to be honest with you. I'd prefer to go with something else, to be honest with you. But overall, it's not bad. Take some positions in Workhorse. Overall, EV is going up. I like Solo still because it's cheaper, so people with small account balances can get in. To be honest with you, I don't even know what's Workhorse going for. Workhorse, yes, 34, so it'd be cheaper to sell cover calls on that. But the ACTC is interesting. Ocugen. Ophthalmology, yep. We can check this out. Yeah, I'm going to post a live stream for viewing later for sure. You guys can go back. For sure. If you guys can't stay for the whole thing, come back later. For sure, for sure. I'm still not sure what the best time is, but probably this is better than the last time we did the live stream. And but anyways, we'll see. The CCIV merged with Lucid, though. Yeah, it's rumored. I need to go back and look over that. This is a good play if you can get in it. For sure. Yep. Right now it's on the support. Can be a good time to get in this for sure. Play the rumor. I would say around 40, 50. I mean, 30 start taking profits. If you can get more than just one option contract or more than one stock, which I'm guarantee you guys can, is only $23. Go ahead and start taking profits. My suggestion is take profits, especially with options. If you get 4 contracts, let's just say, sell one at 25% profit, one at 50. The next one maybe 75, 100, and then once you have all of your money back, so you're 100% in the green, nothing bad can happen. So let 1 or 2 ride. See until closer to expiration. See if you can get a lotto position in it. But this one is a good one. I mean, I would put money in CCIV and ACTC. I really like ACTC, to be honest with you, because of the Jennifer Granholm is the Secretary of Energy, and she's got $1 million stake. Connect the dots. I don't mind Biden. I'm pretty neutral when it comes to politics. Don't really want to talk about the politics, but you know, there's nothing overall wrong with Biden. It's just, you know, as far as the financial standpoint, stock trading standpoint, there's nothing wrong. It's just instead of transitioning your options in your portfolio from a Trump to a Biden is going to be more clean energy, electric vehicles. It's not a bad. Renewable. Possibly 420, we'll see about that. Although I think Biden has said he's not going to legalize it, so that's too bad. But possibly decriminalize it. But anyways, option in ACTC, or most likely not because unsure of the actual merger. Yeah, for sure. Be careful with it. I like this holding the stocks for this one. The commons. Let's look at the option contracts. I would buy this. I would buy it, but it's not expensive. Sell the covered calls. Could be interesting. Get 100 shares because, look, you have 100 shares. You're in a bullish position. You have 100 shares. It appreciates. You're making money. And then you also sell the covered calls to collect the premiums. It's not a bad idea. But it's going to cost you $2,400 right now to get 100 shares. But if you're selling covered calls at 30, 35, you're going to get 100 back. At 30, you'll get $100 back. You could sell at 25, but it's probably going to get assigned. But you can start getting the money back that you're investing in it. So it's not the end of the world if you get assigned. But yeah, could save some money as 200. Let's see. Out of the money, this expires in 19 days. I think the 25 could be interesting for us. I'm not surprised if it hits 25. It was already up towards 30, 31. It's a good one, I think. You can save some money. Maybe go longer. 110 day till expiration. The delta on these, you could do a 20. The delta is pretty high. And remember, delta is how much exposure you're going to have. So if it's a 73 delta on this, it's almost 73. So that's like, one contract is like exposure to 73 shares. So if you think about it, that's going to cost us about $840 if we get this option position. And we get exposure to 73 shares times the stock price right now is $24. Exposure to 73 shares normally would cost us $1,750. But if we do this in the money option, call option, with a 73 delta, so we have exposure to 73 shares, but it's only going to cost us $840. So just you guys get a basic. If you don't know about the Greeks, the basic thing to understand first is to understand the delta. That's probably more important. And implied volatility. Implied volatility is pretty much what it sounds like, though. High delta, high cost. Yep, for sure. For sure. So look at this one is 73 delta, and then this one is a 12.5. So that's deep in the money. It's a 94 delta, and it's going to cost us $12.60. But that's exposure to 93 shares. So let's just do the math. 93 shares at $24 usually would cost us 22, and here it's going to cost us 12. So I mean, I don't think there's any reason to do so deep in the money. I mean, I don't really like doing super deep in the money unless it's just specifically trying to get as much exposure versus buying the stock. Like if I want to buy the stock for a long-term hold, but I don't want to pay, $100,000 for Tesla, just a bunch of Tesla. Well, I could probably get a deal where I only pay $20,000, $30,000 with a high delta. So, but I would have the same exposure as if I was paying $100,000. So and that's long term. I'm not interested in doing that short term, but some people are. I mean, it's really just up to you. Proterra, yeah, another one I want to look at. Let's just go ahead and, since we're talking about the SPACs and stuff like that, the CCIV we already looked at. We looked at what's it called? ACTC, which I like better, but I like both of them. And then the other one I really like, and this one is way early, guys. I see some people talking about ACTC. Obviously, look at the price; it's gone up a little bit. And this is ACTC, right? Yeah. People know what's up. People know what's going on with the Biden admin, Jennifer on the board. Wouldn't that be awesome if one of us could get on in the Biden administration? We need to figure out who has the best chance of doing that, but probably not me. But nevertheless, let's take another look at this one. This one people are not really talking about. Another SPAC play. The SPACs are risky, but it's going to get us a lot of gains. So look at this. It's only been live for 3 days. I tried buying this, but even Webull is too early for them. So I don't know. We need to wait a little bit longer. If you guys can buy this on other brokers, please let me know. I really want to buy this. There's not going to be any options on it so far. So there's really nothing going on. Look at that. There's no news. There's nothing. But this is another SPAC. I watched the interview with the CEO, I believe. This is going to be an interesting one. Constellation Acquisition Corp. Did we get a sub? Yes, we did. Constellation Acquisition Corp. Here we are. That's an SEC. Bloomberg. There's not much news on this, guys. Really. But I think I posted this article, actually. It's on renaissancecapital.com. No, I don't want to do that. Okay. It's led by Chairman Klaus Kleinfeld, who previously served as CEO of NEOM, Arconic, and Alcoa. Guys, if you don't know what those are, go ahead and search. Go ahead and Google that. But this sir has a decent amount of experience, and the CFO is Thomas Stapp. So I'm literally just going off of, well, a couple of things for this one. First of all, it's really early on this SPAC, and SPACs are really hot right now. They're making a lot of money. The SPAC ETFs are beating the S&P. A lot of things are beating the S&P. If you're only getting returns of S&P, then it's not good, guys. You're not doing something right. But nevertheless, they're hot right now. So first of all, that. Second of all, the management here. These guys have a lot of experience. And they focus on a target that is at the forefront of change in one of the several rapidly changing segments of the global economy. I covered this. Leveraging its global network and presence across Europe and the DACH region, which is Germany, Austria, and Switzerland, to identify an attractive transition. It plans to focus on businesses that have strong organic growth and allow. Yeah. So this one is interesting. We don't know so much about it. There's not as much news. But still, I think this is an interesting play. I like ACTC better, but just the 3 SPACs that I'm in the really early things that we're going to jump in on is the CCIV, ACTC, and CSTA.U. But these are all going to be pretty early. So I would say put some money on them. Yeah. So anyways, let me know if you guys can buy this on your broker, please, because I cannot buy this on Webull right now. Well, at least that was Friday, but I'm going to try again. It's too early, I think. But I would put some money on it. No options, just straight up buy the stock. Probably a couple $100. We could see this easily double, triple. Easily triple. Yep. On my 2x weird ophthalmology companies. Yeah, let me go ahead and take a look at that. Yeah, I'm trying to go in order, but there's just so many things to look at. Let's see. I don't remember what the ticker was. Let me go back and find it. I'll find it. Can you please remind me of the ticker for this one you want me to look at? I don't have any patience right now. I've had 2 cups of coffee. What do you think about silver selling out online? Yeah. Let's get into that. That's a good one. We did the ACTC. We did the SCSTAU. Gamestop we've already covered. CCIV we already covered. The last on my list personally was the silver. This is really weird, you know. To be honest with you, it's a little bit weird. I see some conspiracy theories around it, but I don't believe it. I'm not really a conspiracy theory type of guy when it comes to stocks. But nevertheless, about like the Citadel and stuff like that, I don't buy into it. Oh, I really need to get in the habit of locking these things. Yep, so this is SLV. This is it is a iShares Silver Trust. So this is just going to replicate the performance of silver. So if you look at this right now, let's see, we got a little up here, we got a little down here, and relatively flat-ish, but recently it's gone up. And then if we go ahead and pull up XAG USD, this is Forex. This is just silver. It looks relatively the same. So it doesn't matter if you're going to trade XAG USD or you trade SLV, or you just go to your silver shop and buy silver. I don't know if that would work actually. But anyway, silver is trading at $28. What is... Yeah, it's up 5%. It's really gapped up here. That's interesting. This is just... We live in such weird times. It makes sense to be bullish on silver overall. Wait a minute. What's the silver price? $28.50. Yeah, that's going to jump. For sure, that's going to jump. And remember, guys, I wrote about this on my blog on January 28th. If you don't know about that, go to prostockadvice.com. Link in the description, I think, and head on over to the blog right here. Put your email address in at the bottom of the page, and you will get the daily notifications or notifications whenever I post a blog, which is usually daily. So on January the 28th, I posted about this, which is right here. Look, here we are. This is when I first saw SLV start trending online. Wall Street Bets, Reddit, Twitter. This is before it was trending on Twitter, actually. And so I was thinking this could be the next short squeeze. Because ever since the GameStop thing, this is always going to change people's opinion and how they look at Wall Street Bets. As just like a catalyst for... You know, it's crazy. But if you have 2.5, 3 million people, who knows how many people are there now? I mean, it can affect the price. And a lot of those people, most of those people, well, a lot, I don't know. Not everybody is stupid there. They have a lot of memes, and it looks like garbage content, but it's funny in some ways. But there's a lot of people that do deep fundamental analysis on these type of things. As you can see, the DFV guy on the GameStop, he called that in last August, I think, if I remember correctly. But anyway, so since these are trending, and I know I see on Wall Street Bets that they think GameStop is the only one going to be like this, but that's not true. Because people from the outside are now looking at WSB thinking that this is going to be some sort of catalyst to propel some of the stocks. But we'll see how it goes in the future. But for me personally, and what I recommend is just if you see some of these meme stocks start trending, just put a couple $100 on them. On some calls, some out of the money calls. Put a couple $100, watch them like a hawk, and start taking profits because they are volatile. And if it's up 100% in the first hour when the market opens, you take the profit. Don't wait for it to go down to negative 100% and then you're like, oh man, and then I need to close it. Don't do that. So anyways, we called that out on January the 28th, and I posted on it on Twitter. And so I hope you guys are subscribed to the blog. I hope you guys are following along. I really do. But silver, it could be interesting. So just based on the meme value, first of all, and second of all, being bullish in silver right now when there's going to be most likely a new, printing of the money. I lost the word for that. Stimulus. For the stimulus checks. Stimmies. I think it was $1,400 because it was Trump gave us $6,000 and then Biden wanted to do $2,000, so I think it's going to be an additional $14,000. I'm not sure about that. We need to look into it. So I would be bullish on gold and silver overall and bearish on USD. Yep. So if you guys are holding, by the way, that's something good to talk about. If you guys are holding USD right now, don't do that. Buy Bitcoin. Buy gold. Buy silver. At the very least. And then, once you get some good ideas of what to do for stocks, you can buy stocks. Don't keep cash right now. Keep cash only, 3 to 6 months of expenses. Because, to be honest with you, I would even do a little bit less. And I know a lot of people give advice on 3 to 6 months of cash on hand for your expenses. But we can sell these things and get the cash. It's not like it is not liquid. These are all liquid things we're talking about. Gold and silver might be less liquid if you actually have gold and silver. But I recently bought, a few years ago I bought gold, like actual gold, and I just kept it. I didn't wear it or anything like that. I just bought some gold. And then now the price is up so much. And I think it was in 2018 I bought some gold. And then now the price is up so much because of the coronavirus and the falling dollar, printing of the monies. And so now I had this gold laying around. I was like, well, I can make it into some jewelry. I mean, it's overall, it's good. It, just do something special for yourself. And it's an investment. And it's actually, I made 30% on a necklace. It's really silly to think about, but don't buy a brand. Buy the actual gold and have a jeweler make it into something so you can save money. But anyways, we don't need to talk about that. But once you start divesting out of USD, because remember, if you're holding USD, you're bullish on USD. And that's really stupid. USD is not going up. They're printing more money. It's not going to go up. So don't be bullish on USD, guys. Get some stocks, get some silver, get some gold, whatever. Bitcoin, I would recommend. But anyways, I think for the silver, SLV, Jedi Mind Trickster. I love that name. I'm a big Star Wars fan. They printed 20% of the total money supply. Yeah, I know. It's not good, guys. I know everybody wants those stimmies, but it's just not good. And I don't want to be political about it. I want a stimmy too. Like, why not? I'm just going to buy stocks with it. But overall, guys, it's not good. I hope nothing bad happens, but just don't be holding USD. I think we're going to be fine. Real estate might crash. It really might. I don't think it's going to be so bad, not like 2008. That was a whole different situation because of the mortgage everybody was the market was over mortgaged in general. Like if you've seen the movie the Short, what's it called, The Great Short or whatever. Good movie. I need to rewatch it. But anyway, so be careful. Anyways, for my SLV, I drew these boxes, these buy zones. Coupled, it was on the 28th actually, and target of 26.50. I would start taking profits, $29. This is not expensive to sell covered calls on. So one of two things is going to happen. It's going to pull back to this support, which I doubt it now, because look, it's all like the legit price of silver is already $28.50. Can we trade Forex on Webull, I wonder? I guess so. I'm not really into Forex. I used to be into it. Don't do it. And this is the iShares Silver is only $25. $25.28. It's gonna pump. So I hope you guys picked this up when we first shouted this out, because you're gonna get paid really nicely on it. If you get paid nicely, please send me a screenshot. Let me know on Twitter. Hit me up. Let me know that you guys are making money. My goal is for everybody to be making money. This world has way too many opportunities to make money passively. This is not really passively, I guess you could say, but I'm sitting in my house right now and making money. You know what I mean? So there's way too many opportunities, and people don't know about it. Like, this is what they should be teaching in schools, in high schools across the country. I was in middle school. I was in a stock investing club actually, which is pretty cool. And my best friend at the time, we won the stock investing competition or whatever for my middle school. I think we were in like 7th, 8th grade or something. But good times. We were bullish. Our portfolio performed the best. We were bullish on Schlumberger at the time, when Schlumberger took off a lot. Good times, good times. But I've always been interested in this type of stuff. So this is what you guys should be learning, you know. But I was interested in this a long time ago when I was in middle school, and turned out full time now, you know what I mean. But it wasn't always like that. But you guys need to be getting on this action and learning how to do it. All right, let's go ahead and move in. So let me catch up on this chat really quick. Tell us what to buy tomorrow. I'm telling you guys what to buy tomorrow, guys. I am. Please pay attention. SLV, CSTA.U, ACTC especially. The SLV, GameStop, be careful. AMC, be careful. I'm not really a fan of meme stocks. Anyways, go. This will be posted on YouTube. Go back and watch everything. Watch it on like 2x speed, because it's going to be a long one. Sometimes I talk slow. I try to talk faster, but I always watch these videos, like my own videos, when I'm editing. I always watch it on 1.5 or 2x. Anyways, if you guys are not always, please like this. Subscribe to my channel. We've been at this for an hour already. Drop a like. I see we got 4 likes, which is really good. So far, more people are joining this time, so I'm really excited about that. All right, looks like OCGN is next. What's this all about? Oh yeah, it's the oxygen. What's this about? Histogenics Corporation is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company focused on discovering, developing, and commercializing a pipeline of therapies for eye diseases. I don't know much about this one. This one is cheap. I see it's gone up a lot. So there must have been some catalyst to push it up. I don't know what that was. I had posted 2 new news articles for OTLK and one super recent. So you're interested in the ophthalmology. Are you an eye doctor? That would be really cool. Let's see. So we have this one. It's really cheap. I'm sure that's going to be really volatile. OTLK. This one's really cheap. This one is down 24%. Oof. That one gapped down a lot. This is cheap. It's not exactly penny stock, but this is pretty cheap. Sometimes it makes me a little nervous because it's so volatile, but it's gapped down so much. Alright. Oncobiologies Inc. is a clinical stage biopharmaceutical company. Biosimilar therapeutics. Monoclonal antibodies? Immunology? Okay. I get the point. So if there's some big news event or some big catalyst on these, Sky, please let me know. Because I don't know. But medical is interesting for me. I was in a position on the TRXC. I don't know if you guys got in on that one or not. Oh man, I really need a better chair. This chair kind of sucks, not gonna lie. Also, I bought a better camera and a microphone because I'm sure the audio sucks and the visual sucks. So I should get it in a few days. So my videos should be improving, and the quality overall, and the live stream especially, it's really not good. Anyways, yep, so my recommendations for these two, Sky, would be to go off the super trend. I like the super trend. Let's go back in the historical data that we can see on this chart to check the super trend. Remember, my super trend is just standard 7-3. That is what works for me personally. If it's a bullish or red line, bearish or red line, that means neutral or don't get in it. Don't short it or anything like that because it might not go down. But the super trend, and this was in April last year, it flipped to bullish and it went up, and then we would have sold when it flipped to bearish. So you have to watch out a little bit for these. And this is the day chart, though. I usually like trading on day chart, swing trading. So it would have been 4 months, more than 4 months, 4.5 months, and it would have been up from entering at 71 cents, selling at $1.20. So I mean, that's like 80%, 70-80% profits if you're just holding the commons. I assume there are no. All right, and then the next super trend would have bought at around 80 cents, sold at around $1.20. So it would have also been pretty good, about 50% profit. So right now it's bearish or neutral. So I would just go on that for the small cap stocks or highly volatile. I would go on that, to be honest with you. That's my opinion. It's not always going to work. Like here, it wouldn't have worked. $1 about, and then it would have flipped to bearish at, well, let's go in a little bit. Yeah. Oh, no, it would have been right here. Nah. So just be careful. Also, wouldn't have. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I mean, even if you lost money on both of these, you would have made a bunch of money on these. So it really depends. I mean, I don't like to trade off of technicals only, but look more into the fundamentals. I don't know about these, but you probably posted it because there's some sort of catalyst. So look into that. Go off of the super trend for the small cap stocks. Audio is okay. Okay, well that's good to know. I thought it sounded very staticky or raspy or something. The video could be for sure. Absolutely. I just started doing this. I'm going off of my laptop camera, so for sure. It's not good, but it doesn't matter. I have a nice 4K camera coming in soon. Just bought it this morning, actually. Because I'm going to make this a regular thing. Anyways, okay, what's next? Silver is historically undervalued for sure. It's not bad. Remember, just don't be bullish on USD, guys. It's really stupid to hold so much cash. The COMEX doesn't have the silver to cover all of the... Yeah, I mean... Let's see what happens with it. It's going to be very interesting. I was planning on cashing out some of my Bitcoin for a down payment on a house. Bro, I would highly recommend doing that. I don't even know what Bitcoin is. I didn't even look at it. I've got Bitcoin. Bitcoin is volatile. I should look at it. 33. I mean, it's pretty good. Let's see what the chart is looking like. Yeah, it's not doing so well. I got the Bollinger Band set up on Bitcoin because it just jumps around a lot. But yeah, I would buy around 30. We had a lot of good opportunities. It looks like it's heading back down. This was when it jumped up because of Elon Musk tweeted about it. Hopefully he does that again. But I'm in at 30. Most recently in at 30. I've been invested in Bitcoin since 2011, so this is no stranger to me. And I was also mining very heavily back in 2016 to 2018 in China, actually. But nevertheless, chasing that cheap electricity, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm still right now. I'm still in at about 30. That's at the lower Bollinger Band for me for the 22 Bollinger Band. Something interesting to do is do a double Bollinger Band strategy on the Bitcoin. It usually works pretty well. If you don't know what that is, Google the double Bollinger Band strategy. But it's basically you have a two at the simultaneously, one at 22, one at 10.2 off the top of my head. I haven't done that in a while though because Bitcoin has been pretty bland. I cashed out some of my Bitcoin at 35.38. Hells yeah. That's the way to do it. I should have sold up here, you know, but it is what it is. And then rebought it. Bitcoin's always one of those things where you need to do it. You don't have to though. I mean, you can just keep it as a store of value, but I don't really I don't agree that it's a very good store of value. And I love Bitcoin. I've been just really, really into Bitcoin for almost a decade, but you know, I'm the first one to admit that it's not a very good store of value because it can crash to $3,000, which it has crashed many times. So I don't really agree with that. But yeah, buy around 30, sell around 40. That's how it is right now. But last time I was doing that from buying around 8, selling around 11 or 12. You know, it just kept going up. So sometimes you're going to miss out, but don't don't be too upset. But yeah, as far as selling it to buy a house, like I would highly recommend doing that because the goal that we're working towards is being, first of all, is being financially independent, and second of all, is creating passive income relatively, or at least working from home, trading stocks, being a full-time trader. So that's and then worrying about it going from there. But the first thing we need to do is, because some months we're going to lose money. You know, that's just how it is. You know, some years we could even be down. That's just how it is. Overall, we're going to be up. And we're going to make our best decisions. We're going to try our best to make money, obviously. And I'm confident that we can do it. I've been doing this full-time for a long time now. But the first thing we need to do, because of some of the months we're going to lose money, we need to have a house paid off. So guys, if I don't know how much money you're starting with, but try to get around $5,000. To some of you, that might be a lot. But that's what if you have $5,000, then you can start really diversifying into different positions and being able to grow a lot faster. If you only have $500, $1,000, it's great. You have to start somewhere, so do that. But $1,000, you're not going to be able to diversify very well. So it might feel a little bit yellowy. But once you have 5,000, then you can build up to 20,000, probably 25,000 in only 3-5 months. It should be possible. You know, even faster. This is possible by playing it, and this is playing it safe. But as you can see, just even selling covered calls, you can do 30% a month. It's not difficult. So you can definitely start building up to 25, 50. And if you have extra money, once you get to 25, this is going to create some decent income. You're not going to be able to do it full time, but I would highly recommend, when you start growing more than that, setting some aside, eventually taking some of the gains out and buying a house cash. I mean, so then and if you have a mortgage on the house, because you need a place to live to trade, and you don't have to be stressed about paying the mortgage or paying rent. Rent is just a waste of money. And don't do that. But real estate will go up. It's also an appreciating asset. So yeah, I mean, if you have a mortgage, it's okay, but pay it down. Try to pay it off in 5 years. That's just my opinion. Got to transfer my account from Robinhood to Webull. Yeah, for sure, for sure. There's just a lot more things we can do on Webull. Anyways, get your house. I recommend it. All right, let's go ahead and move on to a next one. Let me catch up on this chat. Day trading crypto for 4 months, holding crypto for 3 years. Very good. What do you think about Congo? Yes, I saw that before. I should take a look at it. That one's also down. Whoa. Automotive transaction service platform, which connects dealers, financial institutions, car buyers, and other industries. So it's kind of like Vroom. Wait a minute, this one's in Shanghai? Interesting. This company's service primarily consists of automotive financing facilitation, automotive transaction aftermarket services. Aftermarket services to car buyers, which is comprised of facilitating the sale of insurance policies from insurance brokers. This is an interesting one. Ram SR, is that the name of your truck? Alright, let me check this out more. Seems interesting. Very slow. This is interesting. I'm actually in Shanghai. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm moving back to the States, but I'm in Shanghai. I haven't heard about this. I'm not in the... I had cars in Shanghai before. I've bought a lot of cars, actually. But this one I haven't heard of. But I will ask around, though. I'm going to look more into it. This is interesting. Let's see. So yes, thank you for that recommendation, Ram SR. That one's really interesting. I'm going to look into it. I can look into it. I will make a note of that right now, actually. Because I would be able to really gauge this since I'm actually here right now. I'm moving back, though. I've been here for a decade. I'm moving back, though. All right. Yep. So thank you for that. Let's see. The thing that they're treating is super specific, but a really big deal for a large quantity of the populace. What are we talking about here? Has to do. Oh, I see. I cashed out some of my. Yeah. That was from the first run up. I think it could go down to 25 to 28. For sure, it could. It's just so unpredictable. Bitcoin is unpredictable. I first mostly got into investing and trading was in cryptos first, mainly Bitcoin. And I can tell you that it's been a roller coaster. I really enjoy stocks. There's a lot of more fundamental analysis that we can do. But Bitcoin is an alternative investment that we can do. I mean, like I said, don't be bullish on USD and have a bunch of cash sitting in your bank or a savings account, or it's stupid. I wouldn't even be putting money into retirements right now, in my opinion, at least for 2020. I mean, go ahead and top up your Roth or whatever you have, but there's a lot of good opportunities right now that we can make a lot more than that's going to perform. So, all right, yes. And let me check my list, see if what else there is. I wanted to cover today. Well, the last one was going to be the Volatility Index, VIX. I'm sure this is going to be going up here. Volatility Index. Here we are. Yeah. Yep. That's 1 hour. 1 day here. Yeesh. So if you don't know what this is, this is the volatility index, and a lot of people use this to hedge against, like for example, if the market is falling, and you can buy this because basically if it falls, this is going to go up. If the market goes up, then this one goes down. To put it in simple terms, and so what you could do, because look, the strategy is like this to avoid the taxes and stuff like that. Because if you're holding these positions for a long time, if you're holding the stocks and then you think the market's going to go down, and so you would think, okay, well I should sell it. But if you sell it, then you pay the taxes. So maybe you don't want to sell it because you know it's going to rebound in like a couple of days from now. So you don't want to sell it and then just pay 15-20% capital gains taxes or even income taxes, whatever your tax is. You don't want to pay that for only a couple of days of not being in the position. But also you want to try to hedge and not lose money if possible too. It's hard to gauge these type of things and know when the right time to do it, because you can lose money doing this if the market doesn't go down. So it's tough, but nevertheless, we could get a position in this. Let me check. I think this one. Yep. And this one is actually a 1.5x of the VIX. So we could buy this. But we'll see. As you can see, it's basically opposite from Corona. So this was the Corona and went way up. And then once the stock market was going back up, so this just went down all the time. It's just the inverse. I mean, it's not exactly like that. I don't want to mislead anybody, but pretty much we can think of it as like that. So if you have a portfolio and you don't want to pay the taxes and sell it, then, well, you could just buy a position in this. So if you have like some SPY or whatever, then this is 1.5x. So you would just have to do the math and calculate how much you would need to buy to get the proper hedge. And that's just going to depend on your portfolio. And also you can get options contracts, would be very cheaper. And this is a very common thing people would do because it's a very cheap hedge. Anyways, so hopefully you guys understand that. If you don't, then leave a comment and I can explain it more. But this is basically just the hedge against the market falling. I didn't want to do this yet because I thought there was a chance to go back up this week, but looks like the markets are still falling. So we need to calculate how much we have invested and then calculate how much we would need to buy. The easiest way is to get an option contract to hedge. Could do a 5-day, 12-day, doesn't matter. You just need to think about it. This is not for beginners. If you're a beginner and you don't really know what's going on, then I would just suggest maybe just selling. But I mean, for longer term investors, they're going to get hit so hard with the taxes if they sell their positions when the market's falling. So they might want to hedge like this. So you would buy this, and then once the markets are recovering, you sell it, and then of course you pay the taxes on the gains that you made from this hedge position, but it would be a lot less in theory than just selling everything, because you could have been holding Tesla since $100. Just imagine how much taxes you would have to pay on it. I think you guys get the point, but hit me up if you think it's worth buying. For sure, follow me on Twitter. We can talk about it, guys. I post a lot of things. I'm very active on Twitter, Reddit. Give me a like for this video. If you enjoy my content, share it if you know people. Share my channel if you know people would enjoy it. But my goal for this is to have a YouTube channel and my trades, my real trades that I do on Twitter. So everybody's going to make money. We trade together. You can follow my trades if you want, or you can just use my watch list on my website to get a better idea of how you want to set up your positions and portfolio. The links all the links are in the description. But yeah, so my goal is basically a more in-depth dive on some of these, because I see a lot of traders on YouTube or Twitter. They don't post their actual trades or their portfolio, so we don't really know how much skin they have in the game, and I don't really like that, to be honest with you, because it's easy to call out stocks and then never follow up on it again. But with me, so what you're going to get is we call out the stocks and the different ideas we have to make money, what type of positions we can get in to make the money, and then we're going to follow up on those on Twitter. And of course, we're going to all get together on YouTube and talk about it. But that's the goal that I have for this channel, and I hope you guys appreciate this content and share it around with people you know. And if you're following my trades, hit me up on Twitter for your the gains that you're making. Nevertheless, let's keep going. What else is interesting to look at? Let me go look at my analysis. I remember there was one more. SLV, we already covered it. Sol, yeah, that's another interesting one. Could be an interesting energy play. If you have some more that you want me to take a look at, go ahead and leave those in the comment section. And again, I'm going to post this on YouTube, so you can go back over it if you don't have enough time right now. Thanks, Dak, and I think you just subscribed. I really appreciate that. Thanks, guys, both of you guys. All right, so here we are for Sol. Let's take a look at the chart first. It's approaching my buying zone, so put this one on your watch list, guys. Be careful if it breaks the super trend. I don't know what the markets are going to do today. The futures are down right now, so this is all really based on what the markets are going to do later, but we're just going to have to wait and see. You know, there's nothing we can do. If the markets go down, most of these stocks are going to go down. That's just how it is. Unless your name is Gamestop, which is awesome. I might put some money on Gamestop, but those options are just so expensive right now. We'll see what it opens at, though. But anyways, this is an interesting one. It's approaching my buying zone, and I want to go ahead and take a look at my write-up that I just posted earlier today. These are the ones that we want to be watching for this week. So let's go through these one by one, and I think we can wrap it up. So Palantir, this is an ARC baby. It's almost in my buy zone. I think it probably will pull back on Monday. So this could be an interesting one. This is not really a meme stock, but it's really popular online. So I think this would be no problem. And actually, it's less memey, could be good. Don't do any type of YOLO plays in this, guys. I really am against YOLO plays, but, you know, high risk, high reward, though. I got a target around 45. Start taking profits at about 40. I think we could see an upward push in the next couple of weeks. Apple, like we already talked about, is hitting the support right now. A really strong support, that is. It could break it if the markets goes down. Let's just go ahead and see what happens tomorrow. And but this I think is a 175 for me, a target. I want to see what the other analysts are saying really quick. Yeah, 150 to 175. I also think so. So yeah, start taking profits at around 150 if you want to raise capital to go into something else. But that's a no-brainer, I think. Sol, we just talked about it. It's approaching our buy zone. This is a renewable energy company, so I think this is overall going to be good. Solo, this is a really good one. I'm going to be selling covered calls. I've got 100 shares. If the market pulls back, I will pick up another 100 or 200. It's really cheap. This one's going to be really good to sell covered calls on. Let's look at it. This is a Canadian EV company, and it's a cheap one to get into EVs on. Analysts are saying $12, 8 to 12. It's going to do that. The next EV push, it will get up there. Yeah. So this one, You could buy it for $772 as of Friday close. And then you can see how much we can make from the option contracts. So let's go ahead and do the math, guys. I'm going to show you a cheat code if you're bullish on something. So let's go ahead and say we bought 100 shares when we want to sell covered calls. So we have the 100 shares. We are bullish on solo. We have the 100 shares. If it goes up, we're going to make money because we have 100 shares. Now, if you have 100 shares, we can sell covered calls. So what we're going to go in and look at is 12 days to expiration. Let's just do 5, 12. I usually do 2 weeks, 1 month. It's up to you. Look at the premiums. Do your own research on what the time frame you want to be in. But so let's go ahead and take a look at this. So we sell covered calls. We don't really want to get assigned and be forced to sell the stock. But also, it's okay if we do get assigned. So let's say $8.50. We're going to, this is a call. We're going to sell it. And this is Webull, guys. Keep in mind, if you want to follow along, go ahead and pull up your Webull. So we're going to get a premium as of right now. This is market close on Friday. The premium is going for around $62, $65 if you sell this call. Now, to sell the call, remember, you need 100 shares. So what that is going to be, now, if the market, if it pumps up a little bit Monday, if solo starts going up a little bit, then these are going to exponentially increase. So we could have a lot more than $65, $62. But let's just, for the calculation's sake, let's just do 62. So what we're going to do here is if we get $62, and this is guaranteed as soon as you sell this, you're going to get this in your account. You're going to get paid, and you still have the 100 shares. So you're still bullish on it. You're just going to get paid extra money. So 62 divided by, it costs us 772. That's the after hours price. And of course, we can set a limit order and try to get it cheaper, whatever. But 62 divided by our total cost was 772. So that's 8%. We're guaranteed to get back 8%. Now, we already made 8% on that. And that's guaranteed. And if it goes up to our $8.50 strike price, we're also going to make money. We'll be forced to sell it at $8.50, but our 100 shares are going to appreciate. We're keeping our 100 shares, and it appreciates to $8.50. So let's do the math. We bought it for $7.72. So divided by 772. So it already went up 10%, and we sold it at 8.5. But that's okay. We made 10% plus our other 8%. Totally, we made 18%. And this is only 12 days. So, I mean, if it doesn't go up to 8.5, we're not going to make it, but it might not go up to 8, so we might make some money. And this is only 12 days. So every 12 days we can get collect these premiums by selling the covered calls again, if we don't get assigned. Let's see the 5 days. 8.5 is cheaper. You know, we can go out more. We can go 19 days, or even 1 month is no problem doing 1 month. 26 days. This one we might go a little bit further in the future. Let's just say $9. Because if we get assigned, it doesn't matter. We can buy the 100 shares back, or we can run the wheel strategy and start selling covered puts. I'll show you that in a minute. But the $9, so sell this, we get 90, about 90. We can set a limit order for $100. It doesn't matter, but that's going to be even more. And of course, this is 26 days, so you know it's a little bit longer, so that's why. But and then if we get assigned on our, let's just say we got assigned on our first one, and it hit the 8.5. Okay, that's no problem. Now it's at 8.5. We think it's going to pull back a little bit, so we go change this to puts. Go to $7, let's just say, and sell the put. We're going to get around $49. So we got assigned. The 100 shares are sold. So now we're not holding any shares, and we have the cash back in our account, which is going to be more. It's going to be $850 versus the $772. So now we have even more money. Plus we have the premium that we got, which was hold on, I forgot. It was 65. That was right. So we have the 850 plus 65. We got more than $900 now. All right. And then we sell the put at $7. We think it's going to pull back. So then we just go ahead and collect this premium of $49 again, no matter we're assigned or not. And then once, if Solo pulls back from 850, it goes back down to 7, hits our 7, we'll go ahead and get assigned, and we'll be forced to use the cash in our account to buy the 100 shares back. And then once we have the 100 shares back, and we're collecting premiums all this time, we're going to go ahead and turn around and sell another covered call. Collect the premium again. Just keep rinsing and repeating like this. That's a put. Then we'll go back to call. Yep. So hopefully you guys understand that. That's what I would do. If you have any more questions on wheel strategy, let me know. This is one of my favorite ways to make money. And you're going to make 18-20% per month. If it doesn't get assigned, then I mean, you know, it doesn't matter. You're still making the premiums. And you're still holding these stocks, which don't do this on a stock that you don't think is going to go up. Because remember, you have to hold the 100 shares. And there's the risk of it going down. But if it goes down from what you bought it at, just be willing to hold it longer. So don't do this on something you don't want to hold. Just a trash stock, don't do it. All right. So I hope you guys understand that. Let me know if you have any questions. Next one is Excel. Yeah, that's it. I need to go back and review my own reports. There's so many I forgot. This one is interesting because it is another one like ACTC that I recommended. If you weren't here for the part when we were talking about ACTC, please watch this stream again on 2x speed and find the part. I'll post this on my YouTube for you to go back and watch it. But ACTC is going to be big. XL is the leader of fleet electrification. So this one could be a really good candidate. As you see, it's gone up a lot. I think a buy zone would be around here once the super trend flips over. So remember, my super trend is 7.3. But this one is a no-brainer. A lot of, like, just pretend you're a company and you have 10 vans. And I don't know what business, whatever, it doesn't matter what business, but you have 10 vans in your commercial fleet. And everything's moving towards electric. You want to save, and you want electric vehicles now. You want to save money on gas and whatever. But you just bought these 10 vans. You don't want to sell them and lose money and then try to buy 10 new electric ones. You don't want to do that. What you want to do is you want to just switch your traditional gas-powered vans over to electric. So this is what this company does. It switches and it electrifies. I don't know why that word is so hard for me to pronounce. Electrifies your vehicles. So this is going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. I do believe. Hey, Z, thanks for the comment. Yeah, I think there's some pretty good tips. Let's check in on the Twitter gang. Got some likes. Very nice. Alrighty. Here we are. So, XL is going to be a good one. We can look at this one. I'd buy it. I'm going to buy some. I don't know if I'm going to buy some Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but this week it's on my list to be buying. Look at the chart real quick. So, yep, here's the chart. I got a target of 35. It hit that before, so I don't see a problem in doing that. Wait for the next big push in EV. This one, I'm going to wait for it to see what it's going to do. It can go down more, guys. Let's watch the markets and be careful. But a buy zone around 22 if it starts going up, just to play it safe. You can go ahead and dollar cost average, so get a little bit now, get a little bit later. Just start buying a little bit every day this week. 5 shares today, 5 shares tomorrow, whatever you want to do. The options on this could be interesting. I would do 100 days because this one needs some time to appreciate. This one is not going to be short term. Target around 35, so do a 30 because it costs you $3.25, so your break-even price is going to be $33.25. So I think that's fair. To break even is 75%. I think it's not bad. Delta is 43 on this, 140% volatility. Makes sense. Webull taking their sweet time. So didn't know that. Use my link. Maybe it's faster. I don't know. I put my link in the description. You get 4 free stocks. It's still worth it, even if it does take a little bit of time. 4 free stocks if you deposit $100. And the stocks are usually around $10 each, actually. So you'll get... I got some Ford, too, which is really worth it because of the new electric Mustang. And you have a 4,000... They're giving away 4,000 shares of Facebook, which is like $200-something. So it's still worth it, even if it takes a little bit of time. But go ahead and use my link. That really hooks me up because I do this for free, and I don't plan on monetizing this except for YouTube ads or something like that. But that's basically it. I'll always be posting this type of stuff for you guys. I make plenty of money from trading myself. So I just want to help you guys, and I enjoy doing this. But anyways, I would do a 30 strike on XL. 110 days till expiration. It's cheap. It's only $350. And this is why you need more than a $1,000 account to really diversify. I mean, you can do this with $1,000. Obviously, it only costs $350, but you don't want to have only 3 positions at the same time. Thanks for using that. That really does. I really do appreciate that.